co-host Kale.
I'm Cam.
And he's Cam. And oh my God, I am so ready today. We got so much college football to talk about. It's going to be good. I can't fucking wait. And it's going to be a longer episode. We got so much to talk about. It was so funny because earlier today when Cam and I were working, I was texting him nonstop and I was like, I cannot wait for this episode. So many coaches hiring, so much conference championships games, so much playoff implications, and we're going to talk about it all. And I can't wait. So Cam, let's keep going.
All right, we're going to kick it off with some of our most likely upsets that we covered last week. We hit some good ones. We both got Navy. Both got Kent State. I tried to pick Buffalo. They covered, but they lost. Really annoying clip if you see it from there. Victor Snow, who we've talked about on this podcast. Wide open touchdown. You know, he caught the ball as like a 50-yard bomb, and it just looked like his momentum carried him out of bounds, or maybe he bet the under on himself for yards because it looked a little suspect on why he would run out of bounds on that. But, you know, it is what it is. Buffalo's 5-7. We're actually going to talk about them a little bit later. New Mexico, San Diego State. I want to talk about that game real quick. That was really fun. Kind of upset that neither of these teams will be in the Mountain West Conference Championship. But it was a fun ending. New Mexico, they could have they could have won the game. It ended up going to overtime. And then New Mexico scored on the first play of overtime. And then after that, San Diego State had the ball, obviously at the 25. Ended up being 4th and goal from the 30. Penalty to back them up. New Mexico wins. One of the best seasons, actually the best season in program history for New Mexico. So I wish they would have went into
I get that.
Mountain Conference Championship.
I get that.
But it's all right. Other than that, some of the other rivalry games we had were really fun. Clemson, South Carolina was pretty back and forth for the most part for a little bit until Clemson just kind of ran away with it. Louisville smoked Kentucky.
Yeah.
That was rough. So I did think Kentucky would put up a fight. They did not. They lost 41-0. Got Jacksonville State though. Got Minnesota, Vandy, and Auburn, and then Kale over here got California with a really nice upset, plus 12.5 at home against SMU to ruin SMU's chances, and that created some of the chaos
we
will
chaos.
Also talk about later for the ACC.
Chaos.
So that's a quick little recap of our picks. Game recap wise, Texas A&M, Texas. My only note right here is
Yeah.
All you had to do was close out the season.
And you didn't.
No.
God damn it.
It was a rough watch.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I would say it's a rough watch because we wanted A&M.
God.
So now this muddies the waters a little bit. Gives Texas some hope, which I don't want to be too much of a Texas hater, but I thought A&M thought they could win, you know. Georgia Tech was a very underwhelming game, 16-9 final. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Kiffin's last game at Ole Miss.
Piece of shit.
Big win. Kamario Taylor, though.
Yeah, the Ole Miss quarterback.
The Mississippi
State quarterback. Yeah.
173 rush yards, 2 touchdowns. He's going to be fun to watch.
I can't wait.
think he'll stick around. Jeff Lebby, it was only his second year this year.
Well, and if they can keep Fluff and then do more transfer portal,
5-7.
Yeah.
You know, with a pretty tough schedule, so...
And they were, one-score games where they could have won?
Some of them were, and then they did beat Arizona State, and Arizona State's not a bad team. They're not what they were last year, you know, but they weren't a bad team. That's when Sam Leavitt was healthy, too, so there's credit for them for that win. Ohio State, Michigan looked a little rough at first for Ohio State.
It did look scary the first quarter.
But, I mean, Michigan can't win on field goals.
No, dude. You and I were talking about that, and they got their 3 points, and I think it was you that texted me. You're like, this isn't what they needed. No. They needed a touchdown.
Yeah, because for those that just so you know, Kale was unfortunately working for the first part of that day for that flight. Got a big snowstorm, so Kale had to work. But
I was watching. I was paying attention.
He was watching. And again, like the pick on sand.
I was really hyped at that point, and I fucking hate Michigan, but the pick I wanted to hit.
After that, Ohio State just ran away with it.
They ran away with it, and good on them, man. They haven't won in a while, and I'll pick them next year.
That's what I said in the last episode. The tide's going to turn, and then now
good for them.
See Ohio State going a little bit of a run.
Good for them.
Sad day for those in the Puget Sound because Oregon did what was expected.
Not the Puget Sound.
You guys had your run. It was great. Now it's over.
You're done.
We won the last two.
You're fucking done.
Go Ducks, 26-14.
Go Ducks.
LSU, Oklahoma was also kind of underwhelming.
LSU was winning. I thought they were going to
pull away.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to just bump them out of the playoffs, but then OU took over the game last minute, and good on them.
It was good on LSU for keep on fighting. Season's pretty much over.
Man.
They're going to make a bowl game, but the season's over for them.
It's done,
They want playoffs. Alabama-Auburn was actually a good game, 27-20 final.
So, and another reason, that really pissed me off because I had to work the next day. I had to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't watch that. I watched the first quarter, and then I had to go to bed. So I was going to bed anxious as fuck because I knew... So... They were up by a decent amount, but then as I watched the replays at work the next day, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they tied it at one point, and then, like we only won by 7 points, which is... So I'll take the dub, but again, it's like, what are we fucking doing? But anyway, that's just my tangent about that. Kind of scary, but...
Auburn is a 5-7 team now, but they're not a terrible 5-7 team. No. And it's a rivalry game. We talked about it before going into this week. Anything can happen in rivalry weekend.
True that, son.
So Alabama, look at it this way. They covered the spread. They got the dub. Vandy, Tennessee. That was Vanderbilt turned.
We both picked Vandy, right?
Yeah, but Vanderbilt turned it on.
Oh yeah, they ran away with it substantially.
No, that was a good game in the sense of like it was kind of neck and neck, and then you just saw the one team that was better.
I can root for Vandy when they're not playing Alabama and Diego isn't being a fuck. So
see, Diego hasn't been a fuck for a while. It's his family.
That's true.
His brother just got his second arrest at a game this year.
Lit.
Go him.
Go him.
People are all upset at Diego's mom for like dancing.
I was getting annoyed because it reminds me a little bit of the Taylor Swift type of thing.
But she's happy for her son, and one thing that I kind of think from a different perspective, she didn't go to college. Maybe this is her chance to at least have some fun in a college setting.
Fair point.
She's not doing too much crazy. I mean,
fair point.
But people are gonna hate on mom no matter what. Look at Jaden Daniels' mom.
Yeah.
People don't like how involved she is and stuff. And if your mom's not involved, people hate on that. So either way, but it was a really fun weekend. And it was a good way to close the college football season. It is kind of sad the season's over, but conference championships this week, Army, Navy next week. It's not over. Bowls, regular season's over. Bowls.
I know.
And playoffs.
Hey, we still got a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of games left. And this weekend, to pivot back, it was great. Again, I could only watch so much. It was unfortunate because my phone wasn't liking the 4 screens, so I could only have one. And of course, the 11 a.m. slate, I'm watching the game. I wanted to tune into the Texas A&M game and Western Michigan beatdown, but I didn't. But I really enjoyed it. It was great. It was also shocking that Rutgers almost beat Penn State, but Penn State's really not that good this year. But
Rutgers gave it their all, man.
Rutgers did give it their all. I'll talk about Illinois a little bit. I watched it. Good for them. Don't really care anymore. I'll see what they do this offseason and next season.
Game.
It was a cool
Except they closed down, I think it was the East stands.
They did sell it. Again, I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
I kind of tuned into the Florida and Florida State game. We all knew what was going to happen. Florida had their Super Bowl week 1, or Florida State had their Super Bowl week 1. Good on them. They dog walked us, but then after that, they just laid the biggest goose egg ever. So,
yeah. But with that, I do want to talk about something.
Let's go.
So, what other people that are listening might not know, I did this last year and this year. The only 2 years I've done this. I have a huge spreadsheet.
You've talked about this.
Have I talked about this on here? Where I pick every single game and try to predict every single record.
You've talked about your spreadsheet, but I don't know if you've talked at length about this. So but the floor is yours.
I have a sheet.
The floor is yours.
Where I lay out every single game of the year and I pick every single outcome. Try to predict records. So I have the results for my records. I actually got 16 teams perfectly correct.
Did you?
There is a bit of a theme here. I was pretty good with bad teams.
Well, they're not easy, but they're not hard.
So I'll rattle off some of the bad teams. Akron, Ball State, Georgia State, Maryland, and West Virginia. I had all of them. They're pretty bad. Some of the good ones, though, that I got Hawaii. Yeah. Perfect across the board. Conference included.
Nice.
Going 8-4. That was a bit of a step up. I actually got James Madison, 11-1.
Damn, you got the L too.
That was also a step up. And one of the flips I got was Syracuse. They were 9-3 last year. I actually put them going 3-9. Don't know why, really, besides the fact they did lose a lot of talent. I got Notre Dame 10-2. That was pretty easy, though, I would say. Yeah. Another one that I like to hear, UConn 9-3. They've never gone back-to-back 9-1 seasons.
Wow.
So I like that one. Tulane 10-2. Tennessee 8-4. So maybe I wasn't built up on the hype at the beginning of the season. Again, I don't remember my thought process for a lot of this, but I think that's cool. 16 teams I also got record or overall record only, and then 8 teams I got conference record only, including teams like Alabama, Toledo, UCLA.
There you go.
But yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Some pretty cool results. I did better than last year. Hopefully next year I can do better. Some other like interesting overall records that I got was Delaware going 6-6 for the first year in the FBS.
Oh yeah.
I was completely wrong on Missouri State. They completely outperformed.
Hey, what you gonna do, huh?
And UNLV going 10-2.
Fucking hey, right, boy.
We're gonna go with that. I'll just again, I'm gonna do this probably every year.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start sharing it. Like put it out there. It's a lot of work because I think it comes out to over 1,000 games that I have to pick.
Yeah, and again, if I'm being like that, share it, but also you're putting in the work. Don't do that shit for free, bro.
I might put it out there, but real quick before we move on, I was off by 1 on 75 teams.
Damn.
I was 1 game off on 75 teams, so that puts it at about 34 to 38 where I was completely off. I'll take that out of 136 teams.
I mean, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, those are ones I was completely off on, but when it comes to I got 64 teams correct on being bowl eligible and 31 correct on not being bowl eligible. Mm-hmm. So at least I got the over-unders too on their season when it comes to 6 wins. But that leads me into my next thing I want to talk about, most improved teams.
Yeah.
Because one of them, top of the list alphabetically, was the guy you liked preseason, No Fafita, Arizona.
Oh, I loved Arizona.
9-3. They were 4-8 last year.
And they did it.
Yeah, they did it. They were projected to go 5-7. And by projected, this is based on ESPN's preseason projections and also the books.
Yeah.
So like their over-under win totals.
So they
expected to go overperformed 100%. I mean,
good on them, man. I love that for Fafita.
That's a 5-game swing.
Yeah,
that's a 5-game swing from last year to this year.
Yep.
So that was awesome. Central Michigan 4-8 last year, finished 7-5, also projected to go 5-7.
Nice.
They overperformed there. I mean, they didn't make their conference championship, but they were close. They pushed. They did a lot better than people expected.
Yeah.
FIU under Willie Simmons 4-8 last year, 7-5, going to a bowl. They were projected to be a little bit better, but I still think that's awesome. JMU 8-4 last year to 11-1. Kennesaw State 2-10 to 9-3.
Dude, that's pretty awesome.
And your second year in the FBS.
Yeah, man.
They were projected to win maybe 2-3 games, and also too. I mean, it is kind of sad on one end. So between last year and this year, they did fire the only head coach they've had in that program's history because it's a newer program.
Stupid,
but it worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, 9-3 is crazy. Playing for a conference championship too. After, I mean, I'm not gonna say I expected Kennesaw State.
Hell no.
For this, so
I didn't
awesome
either.
For the Owls. I mean, they're going to have a tough road because we saw it happen with Sam Houston last year. They had 10 wins, and then they got gutted in the portal. Mm-hmm. So hopefully some people stay at Kennesaw. I mean, it's in Georgia, so there's other options.
We'll see, right?
We'll see what happens. Kent State, I know, had a losing record of 5-7, but they were also 0-12.
You said Kent State?
Yeah, they were 0-12. 0-12 to 5-7, that's a jump. Yep. And the coach that they had was their interim coach. They hired him on full time. So, who knows? Maybe the Golden Flashes can make a bowl next year. Hawaii was 5-7 last year, 8-4. Houston, another big. We talked about it too a lot on this podcast when it comes to the Big 12 and trying to predict it. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. You don't know what the Big 12. Houston going 9-3 after 4-8, projected to be 6-6, and they didn't do anything crazy on recruiting. I mean, they got Connor Weidman, who's played in the past at Texas A&M, so they got got a good quarterback. They got Tanner Koziol, a really good tight end from the MAC.
Yep.
I don't know. Not many people thought Houston was going to go 9-3.
I didn't.
Another 9-3 team, New Mexico.
That's awesome to see.
5-7 last year.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, their head coach Bronco Mendenhall. I think
his real name is Bronco.
Yeah, I think he was only there so he used to coach at Virginia back in the day. He took a hiatus. Apparently, he was living on a ranch in Wyoming.
No shit.
New Mexico called. He was there for a year. Goes 5-7. Leaves to Utah State, and me included. Oh, New Mexico, that sucks. They're not going to do good anymore. They lost Devin Dampierre. 9-3.
Well, so, hot damn.
Good for the Lobos.
Yeah, good for the Lobos, bro.
New Mexico, 11-1, 6-6 last year, projected to go 6-6. That was really cool. Obviously, they're probably going to lose a lot of their cool players.
It sucks because the teams, again, like the group of fives and like the lower end teams, this is where I appreciate it, but I don't, because like that's when the higher teams will gut the lower teams with like good players, like Danny Scarendo or Scudero. He's probably going to leave.
I don't know. I mean,
if he doesn't, I'll love that. But like some team is going to pay him millions of dollars now since he's leading the fucking college football in receiving yards.
See, it depends though.
Maybe they won't. I don't know
him because Nick Nash stayed. He had 2 really good years.
Yeah.
Daryl Fannin stayed.
And I want that.
Like Genty is a more like it's a
he's an
less surprising stay though, because Boise State has been on the top of college football as a group of 5 team plenty of times. Mm-hmm. But I mean,
what about like people like Cam Cook? Jacksonville
I
State.
mean, he came from Power 4.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he came down. So, I mean, it could have been a little redemption thing, and then he goes back up. But, I mean, like some of these guys are the guy there. Like, I
get what you're saying,
I think Maker will probably leave.
Yeah, he'll probably go to Oklahoma State, yeah.
But, like, when it comes to their really good running back, Caleb Dawkins, I don't know. He might stay. You know?
Yeah, man. I'm just...
Because they are building something, especially if they get a playoff spot.
North Texas?
If they get that group of 5 spot, if something crazy happens. So yeah, I mean it's just cool to see. That's another reason I love college football. Like these crazy flips. Like sometimes it's not a year by year rebuild. Sometimes it's just boom. Like hiring Kirk Cignetti in Indiana. Boom. We're in the talk. We're in the playoff talk.
I wish more of that will happen, but that's like catching lightning in a bottle sometimes.
Yeah,
like
it is.
And Kirk Cignetti, all he does is win. I get that. Elon and JMU, I get that.
He does that.
But it's very hard to progressively go from like FCS to D1 and then keep it going and then just win.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he's doing it now. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes, especially once he gets his own recruiting class in, because he still has to go through the cycle, get his own guys in, develop them. But we got a couple more in here. Oklahoma, they're an improved team, 6-6, 10-2.
Yep.
Old Dominion, 5-7, 9-3. San Diego State, another flip, 3-9.
Love that. San Diego State. Yep.
South Florida, 6-6 and 9-3.
Yep. Also
Southern Miss. I mean, granted, most of their roster and coaching staff is Marshall, who made their conference championship last year
and won it.
But 1-11 to 7-5. That's a huge jump for the Golden Eagles.
The Golden Eagles.
I don't even want to talk about Texas A&M because they just disappointed me. But 8-4 to 11-1.
That's still impressive. Let's not downplay that. They're in that.
Texas Tech also 8-4 to 11-1.
Love me some Texas.
Troy 4-8 to 8-4.
Yep.
Made their conference championship. Utah, see the Big 12. They were bottom of the Big 12. Now they're one of the top teams, 10-2 after going 5-7 last year. Vanderbilt 6-6 to 10-2. Virginia 5-7 to 10-2. I think this is the best season in their program's history. And one fact I saw is they never outright won the ACC. Like way back in the day, they might have shared, but they've never outright won.
No shit.
This is their chance to outright win in their program's best season. And then Wake Forest. You like Wake Forest?
I do like Wake Forest.
4-8 to 8-4.
That's a very it's kind of Cinderella-y, I guess a little bit. I mean, I like them. It's good. I watched a lot of Wake Forest this year.
I mean, Robbie Ashford.
Yeah.
I think he's 6-year quarterback.
Yeah, but it's a little insane.
Let me see if I remember. He started at Oregon.
Oh, you're doing this.
Then he went to Auburn, and then South Carolina, and then Wake Forest. I don't know. I think he played baseball at South Carolina, too.
He should stop that. He should stop it.
He should have just stuck to base. I'm pretty sure he was a 5-star baseball recruit.
Should have just stuck to baseball, though.
So, do you want to talk about most disappointing teams?
Yeah, let's do it.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
But they are the best 2-10 team in the nation.
I really like Taylor Green. I was really on the hype train. I think you were too this year.
Oh, yeah.
And it just kind of... the boat fucking sunk.
I was on the hype in a way. They were projected to go 6-6. I had them at a projected 5-7. 2-10 is still a disappointment. I still thought they'd be a little bit better than 2-10.
Yep.
I have Auburn on here.
It was disappointing because they were
5-7, same record as last year, but I thought they would go 8-4.
Yep.
Maybe be like Texas A&M was the last few years, make teams struggle for those wins, but
make it competitive.
No, Auburn disappointed me just like Baylor did. I also thought they would go 8-4 at minimum, but no, 5-7, missing a bowl because they had so much offensive firepower that they also returned. Like I loved Bryson Washington, he kept getting hurt. Sawyer Robinson, we'll talk about him with the stat leaders, but that was disappointing. Bowling Green disappointed the fuck out of me. I thought they'd be in the running for the MAC. They were 7-5 last year. They went 4-8.
No.
You know who their head coach is?
Eddie George.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he was just. I saw.
How long has he been hired there for?
Head coach. I think it's his first year as a full.
Well, okay, let's give him another year.
Still, Bowling Green returned a lot of talent. They were good last year in the MAC, so I don't know. That disappointed me personally, being the MAC.
Absolutely, I get where you're coming from.
Boise State.
Yeah, I was high on them this year, and then the first game when South Florida just dog walked them again. It's like, what the fuck, man?
To Genty, because they returned pretty much the same.
Yeah, man. Genty was the bell cow for that team. He was Boise State, basically.
He was. I mean, 8-4 is not a bad record.
Hell no.
With their schedule, I mean, South Florida and Notre Dame are hard non-conference games.
Absolutely.
So 10-2. Yep. They should have won all their other games.
Yep.
But so disappointing me. Boston College, dude. Ugh. 7-5 to 2-10. Projected to go 6-6. Yuck. I don't know. Is O'Brien? Is he there? Do you think you're giving him another 2 years, maybe?
Because I think Bill O'Brien, I'm not going to say he's an offensive guru because that's not what I think. I think be patient, let him get his guys in.
That's fair.
I don't think everybody can be Curt Cignetti and take what they have and make it gold.
Yeah, and Boston College is a very good academic school.
They're very Notre Dame-y. They got to have the GPA matching the football, so they're not going to get always the top talent.
No, because you just mentioned Notre Dame. They're probably recruiting from the same pool.
Yeah.
You're going Notre Dame over Boston College. Even Duke.
100%, yeah.
Probably, or Georgia Tech, one of the best engineering schools.
My point exactly, it's like these schools are very, like, learning is the priority. They want them to be, like,
actually be
academically sound.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to get the high profile, like, 5 stars, maybe even 4 stars. So, but circling back, like, I would give him maybe a year or two, see what he can do.
Because he's a seasoned, experienced head coach. Mm-hmm. He's had his ups and downs, but I mean,
he's not the best person in the world. But
from Bama, didn't he? He was Bama's OC and then got hired.
That dude's been everywhere. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Because I think he might have coached somewhere in college before. Hold on, I'm gonna work with. He was the Penn State head coach
back in the day,
2012 to 2013, and then went to Houston. Was the head coach there. Alabama OC QB coach, New England OC QB, Ohio State OC QB, and then Boston College head coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So get the year.
And he's in other places. I'm not gonna fucking.
And that's the difference between him and, like, say, Belichick. Like, he has college experience.
Yeah.
Even if it was just being an OC for the last 8 years.
Well, he's had both college and NFL, and both those are two different animals.
So yeah, you're right. Give him some time. Give him some time. I like that.
Absolutely.
Real quick, Charlotte 1-11 this year.
You were high on Charlotte?
No, so this is the disappointment.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
So they did go 5-7 last year.
Charlotte's just.
So it's a 4-game drop. Clemson.
Yeah, that
9-3, projected to go 10-2.
Both you and I were really fucking high on them, and they just let us down.
7-5.
Are you gonna say the other one?
I'm glad they kept Dabo there.
Yes. Don't be like, we'll get to all of that soon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the other one's coming up. Alphabetical order here.
Okay.
Colorado 9-3 3-9. Colorado State Colorado State 3-9. They were 8-4 last year. Florida, we were both also high on Florida, 7-5 to 4-8.
Yep.
Kansas State's the one though. We were high on them. They went 8-4 last year, so we were thinking 9-3, 10-2 potentially to be the Big 12 runner.
They were my Big 12 pick, and then when they just kept losing in the first game, and again, Georgia Tech not a bad team, so that win doesn't look as bad, but
6-6 though.
That's bad.
Oh, are you talking about Kansas State losing to Iowa State in the first game?
Oh yeah, sorry, not Georgia Tech. Yeah, Iowa State.
Dublin. So yeah, that was another one we were high on.
Yeah.
Liberty.
Yep.
8-3 to 4-8.
Mm-hmm.
NIU beats Notre Dame last year, goes 7-5. Now they're 3-9.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina, I put them on here because while it was Belichick's first year, I thought they would at least push for a bowl game.
Gio Lopez, I was really high on him.
I wasn't because I watched South Alabama football and he just was so inconsistent when he was there.
Fair enough.
I think Fluff Bothwell was the South Alabama offense.
Probably, yeah. He just piggybacked off of it.
I mean, so books and ESPN projected them to win at least 7.
I think that was the Bill Belichick.
Not even that. I mean, like Gio Lopez, like you just said.
Yeah, fair enough.
Returning talent.
I get what you're saying. I'm tracking you.
But yeah, Oklahoma State was obviously 3-9 last year, but they're even getting worse. 1-11.
Yep.
Oregon State, actually, a lot of people with Malik Murphy going in, projecting to go 6 or 7 wins.
No, that dude's been everywhere too, like Duke, LSU, and everything, right?
Texas.
But
he was good at Duke. I mean, they went 9-3 with him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he was good. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback.
No, he's not.
The team around him was pretty, and he didn't play good.
Quarterback can't do it all. We see it at Duke now, even though they're in the ACC championship. But we'll talk about that later. But yeah,
Penn State.
Yep.
Projected to go 10-2. Went 11-1 last year.
After you guys spanked them,
season. 6-6. They're making a bowl. Things
Good on them. Good on them.
I don't know if people have seen they only signed 2 recruits on National Signing Day. They're ranked like 150th.
Everybody's flipping. You can guess to where.
Yeah.
To where.
I don't know.
I don't feel bad for Penn State, and we'll talk about it later.
No, but we talked about it too when it happened. We both said it was a bad firing.
It was bad firing.
Bad firing. I mentioned earlier Sam Houston. He went from 9-3 to 2-10.
Absolutely.
San Jose State. All right, this is the one that kind of confused me. I think I had them at around 5 wins, but books projected them to go 7-5 or 8-4 this year. And they obviously had one of the best receivers in college football, but they went 3-9. So that's a disappointment. I think people were thinking they pushed for the Mountain West. I mean, they returned a lot of talent, but I wasn't on that train. South Carolina, 9-3 to 4-8.
We've talked about this a lot on this podcast about how they suck.
Yeah.
They give Alabama fits, but again, we always come out on top, so it's like
And so
it's an upsetting team.
Them and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech was also every year. It seems like they're gonna go 8-4. They're gonna go 8-4. They're gonna go 8-4. No, they don't. They went 3-9 this year. It's like every year we've been waiting for Kyron Drones to be good, and he never was.
Isn't he on like his 7th year?
He's out. This is like his number.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. So
bye.
Every year, so with Virginia Tech. But that wraps it up for the.
You're forgetting one team.
Which one?
LSU.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about them.
Oh, okay. We don't have.
We can talk about them.
I mean, I was really high on them this year. It makes me upset. Again, this is where I respect LSU that like they benched Nussmeier, and the team just kind of imploded from within. Obviously, all that shit with Brian Kelly.
That's the reason I wasn't high on him was Brian Kelly.
But I'm more so with the players. Like I can get back on the players again. I was really hype on them with all the transfer portal shit, like with Aaron Anderson and
Nick Anderson,
yeah, and Barron.
Baron
Brown, and just everybody that they got, and then to see them totally like just shit the bed, it's upsetting. I'm not upset for Brian Kelly. Again, I fucking do not care for him.
He's a terrible person.
But yeah, you're a terrible person. But that's my soapbox about LSU. But again, let's just
see what I thought of them going into this. Yeah, I had them projected to 8-4.
Did you? All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Sean. Fair enough.
I don't know. I think it was just Brian Kelly, dude.
That dude's a fucking asshole.
I'm not going to say I'm smart and I like just knew. I think it was my bias.
Could very well be.
I don't think I wanted LSU to succeed.
You wanted their downfall, and look what you got.
Yeah.
Wow. Wishing for people's downfall.
I'm actually kind of happy they had a disappointing season. But again,
that's fair.
We talked about too. Brian Kelly still deserves his paycheck. The way they were trying to.
Now that's a piece of shit move right there.
That was a bad move by the organization.
You're a fucking asshole.
But apparently he did get in writing that he will be getting his buyout.
Good.
So I mean that part's good because of fairness, you know.
Yeah, you got to be fair about it, man.
Other than that, I mean, I kind of hope Brian Kelly. I don't want a team to hire him.
He'll get a job.
Penn State, I mean, he's the best candidate.
Penn State's looking more rough and rough every day, buddy.
But real quick, some regular season stat leaders.
Yep.
Drew Messmaker leads the country in passing yards, followed by Sawyer Robertson, Caden Veldkamp at FAU, Nick Minicucci from Delaware, and Josh Hoover.
That is a name.
Then, Josh Hoover, I think he's on the Davey O'Brien watch.
Yeah, he is.
So
Put on him in.
Passing touchdowns, Fernando Mendoza leads with 32. Then Sawyer Robertson again, Julian Sayin, Josh Hoover and Drew Messmaker both have 29, and then Joe Fagnano, Byron Brown, and Darian Mensah have 28.
Hell yeah.
But this is where it gets funny. Passing interceptions. Caden Veldkamp might be in the best number 3 in passing yards, but he has 17 picks and leads the country.
Really?
DJ Lagway has 14. He's number 2.
Oh my god.
Josh Hoover, sadly, is also on here with 13. And Sawyer Robertson is on here with 12.
Go.
And then you got other people tied for 12, like Daquan Robertson from Buffalo, Preston Stone from Northwestern, Logan Fife from New Mexico State. He threw 4 in one game, though. Mm-hmm. That game pissed me off. I had money on it. Ethan Vasco from Liberty and Cutter Boley from Kentucky.
Cutter Boley.
And rushing yards, we talk about him a lot. Cam Cook, number 1.
Cam Cook, baby.
Ahmad Hardy, Emmett Johnson, good for Nebraska. Jeremiah Love, and then Evan Dickens snuck in from Liberty.
I was about to say, who the fuck is
to get in the top 5. And then rushing touchdowns, we talked about him earlier. Caleb Hawkins from North Texas is a true freshman. He had 23 to lead the nation. Kewan Lacey had 20 from Ole Miss. Jeremiah Love had 18. Earlier in the year, Jeremiah Love wasn't anywhere close to the top 5 for these stats, and now he is.
And no Jadarian Price?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right.
And then Evan Dickens, Ahmad Hardy, and Brad Jackson, the Texas State quarterback, are tied with 16 rushing touchdowns.
God damn.
So it's not a Service Academy quarterback that's in the top 5 for rushing touchdowns.
No shit. It's not an Army or a Navy quarterback?
Nope.
Damn.
Texas State.
Hell yeah.
So that's cool. Brad Jack, this is his first year starting, so that's cool. Good for him. After Jordan McLeod left. And
absolutely.
Receiving yards, Dane Scudero, obviously still leads. Skylar Bell from UConn. Wyatt Young from North Texas, makes sense. Then Mekhi Lemon, Eric McAllister. But receptions, and we talked about this a little bit. Skylar Bell's number 2. So that's what makes me think it's a little bit more impressive for Dane Scudero because he leads on less receptions. Dane Scudero's 5th. Easton Messer for FAU. So there's a couple FAU boys up here. And fun fact, they came together from Western Kentucky. But he had 104. Jacob DeJesus, the 5'6" monster at Cal, had 99. And then we even have Lewis Bond from Boston College, had 89.
Go.
So some other names have snuck in. Because receiving touchdowns, Camden Brown from Georgia Southern leads the country with 14.
Man, a Georgia Southern.
Yeah. And then Skylar Bell at 13.
Go.
Cyrus Allen from Cincy and Jackson Harris from Hawaii have 12. And then we got Omar Cooper from Indiana, Junior Vanderost III, which is a great name, from Toledo, Mekhi Lemon and Jeremiah Smith, and Elijah Surratt at 11. And Surratt missed a couple games.
He did. He's coming back for the conference.
It's cool that they're all tied for 11.
Yeah.
Tackles. This is where it's funny because it is the bad teams that usually have the most tackles.
Yeah.
So we have Owen Long from Colorado State with 151. Red Murdoch, who was also in the top last year, 142. Quentin Erweiler from NIU.
Jesus.
Micah Davey from UTEP. And then Caden Fordham from NC State are the top 5 tackles in the country. Yeah, I was 50-50 on the tackles, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
You know, but I put him in there. Want to get the guys some love.
Hey, you got to show love, man.
130-plus tackles in one season's a lot.
NFL players can't even do that sometimes.
Yeah, it's tough. And they play less games in college.
Hey, I don't care who you're playing. If you know ball and you can play, it doesn't matter if you play in the fucking MAC.
You're sniffing the ball, because there is right here 2 MAC people in the top 5 for sacks.
That's cool.
So we have David Bailey, Texas Tech, number 1, 12.5. Nathan Voorhees, best name.
God, love that.
Ball
name.
State, 12. Nadame Tucker from Western Michigan with 12. Cassius Howell from A&M has 11.5. Josh Henry Daly from Utah also has 11.5. And then Gabe Yakus from Illinois.
Gabe Yakus.
And Colin Simmons from Texas have 11.
You go.
So that's pretty cool in the sacks. Interceptions, I only have 2 people on here because there's so many tied with 5 interceptions. But Jakari Foster from Louisiana Tech has 7, and Ricardo Jones from Clemson has 6.
Yeah.
I like looking at stats because you know some of these smaller teams have these really good players.
Well, again, you got to give the fucking praise to people. Like, this is impressive. Like, again, 100%. Getting more than 75 tackles, hell, even 50 solo tackles is hard. So,
it's
again,
still Division I college football.
It doesn't matter who you play.
No, and I'm big on because a lot of these guys too, they play bigger programs and they still perform against bigger programs.
Yeah.
You know, like
Harold Fannin.
Yeah, like when they play these big programs, that's like Dan Scudero. I think they played USC and
popped off.
Yeah, he's still good, still played well.
Yeah,
I mean, so things I like looking at Skylar Bell. They played a good amount of Power 4 teams this year, and he still almost has the crown, the triple crown, and receiving.
That is awesome. Damn.
So. Yeah, I like highlighting them. So that's some of the stat leaders right now.
Give them their flowers, their praise, man.
Yeah, and obviously Fernando is still the favorite for Heisman odds.
As he should.
Yeah, so
as
I like
he should,
that.
as it was written.
But now it's time to talk about something that everyone's been talking about that I know you want to talk about, and it's the coaching carousel.
Yeah, let's talk.
Because this is very similar to one that you'd see in NCAA Dynasty Sims.
No shit. Hold on, I gotta pull this up.
It's okay. We'll start off with some of the other hirings. We'll start off with some of the Group of 5 coaches.
I was about to say there's no low hirings.
No, just other. So Bob Chesney from JMU is going to UCLA. He's having a very similar career track as Kirk Cignetti.
It's cool.
They both came from FCS.
All they do is win.
Bob Chesney at Holy Cross.
Yep.
So now he's going on to UCLA after going 20-4 over 2 seasons at JMU. It is a good hire. He's young. It's a good hire for UCLA. I'm excited. And on that note, Tim Skipper for UCLA, he was the interim head coach. He was also the interim head coach at Fresno State the year before. He finally got a full-time job at Cal Poly. So that's good for him.
Yeah.
It's FCS. Cal Poly's been, I think, 4-8 around there over the last couple of seasons.
He'll make him better.
So good for him. I mean, he came in, he stepped in, he got 3 wins in the Big Ten. So that's exciting. Tulane head coach John Sumrall is going to Florida.
I like that hire. Great hire.
19-7.
Is he finishing the conference games? Okay, good for him.
And speaking of that, he has reached the conference championship in all 4 of his head coaching seasons.
He's 42-11.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a fucking coach right there, baby.
Dude, reaching the conference championship, because he was 2 of them were at Troy and now 2 at Tulane.
Man,
that's a good track record.
Now Florida, baby. Let's see it.
Hopefully. I mean, he's got
a lot of work to do. Hopefully he can keep DJ Lagway and everybody.
And again, he hasn't won them all. I think he lost one at Troy. He went 1-1 there. He might go 1-1 with Tulane.
Yeah.
But still, reaching it in 2 conferences. He's only been a head coach for 4 years in the FBS level. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. One of your guys, Alex Golish, is now going to Auburn, returning to SEC.
I don't like that.
Why?
Because he's going to Auburn, but I like the hire. I like Alex Golish. I appreciate that, but where he's going...
He's the best opportunity for Auburn to switch their culture around.
Yeah.
He seems like a very big culture guy.
And I don't want that.
Players to buy in.
Because the Iron Bowl's mine.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean...
But I like to hire. Good for Auburn. Hopefully they can retain some of the talent that they have, too.
Yeah.
Love to see that, but don't like Auburn. Fuck Auburn.
Yeah,
Fuck you, bitch.
That's fair, man. That's fair. Arkansas is getting a coach in
Memphis.
Ryan Silverfield. Yeah,
15, love that hire too.
15-25 over 6 seasons in Memphis, and Memphis has played good ball under him. He's produced plenty of NFL talent. I like that. So Razorbacks. Obviously, Taylor Green's leaving, so that part's unfortunate. But
hopefully, he get your guys in there, get your recruiting up, and then hopefully we can see Arkansas be good again.
Yeah. So that's I like that hire.
Yeah,
too.
Good hire.
All good hires.
Good hire.
I feel better about these hires than I did with Luke Fickell and Billy Napier. Billy Napier, I was on the fence about. I think I was kind of excited.
He just got a job.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
No, he just got hired at JMU. That was it. It's like breaking news. Good for him. Hopefully...
I mean, that is good for him, though.
Hopefully he can... He gets some of his firepower back and then get another job. I think him getting the job at Florida was a little bit premature because he made the... Jack State, right?
No.
Or Louisiana Raging Cajuns, yeah. He made them... He had one good year or something, and then he got the job, which, I mean, hopefully... I don't know. I don't want to talk about it that much. It was just kind of breaking news. Like, good on him. He has a job. We'll see if Brian Kelly can get a job. But anyway,
Kim... it could be like a Lane Kiffin thing going from...
fuck that guy, too.
Going to FAU.
Yeah.
And then Ole Miss, so he could redeem himself there. I mean, he had success at the Group of 5 level.
Yep.
So, another thing that just happened, too, talking about just current, is UAB is promoting their interim head coach.
Good.
That took over for Trent Dilfer.
Yep.
So, he got promoted.
We talked about Jim Moore to Colorado State, right?
That's a great...
Well, you want to talk about your dude?
We even we highlighted Jim Moore because he's had an insane turnaround for UConn football.
You want to talk about your defensive coordinator?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them got...
Talk about it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean... so, Cal hired Justin Wilcox. Fired Justin Wilcox and hired...
Tosh Poy.
Tosh Lapoy.
Love that hire.
That's a great hire.
That dude's... I like Tosh Lapoy.
I think Cal got lucky.
I think Cal's going to be good. I think Tosh Lapoy will make Cal very good. I think he's got his quarterback, too, of the future. Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that dude's name because that's going to hurt me, and I don't want to be...
Just call him JKS.
JKS. He's young. He was at Oregon, and then he left. So, okay, I didn't know that. All right.
He like barely stepped on
campus. All right, fuck me, I guess. But yeah, Tosh will... Again, give him time. Give him like 3 seasons. Get his boys in there. Do not fire him prematurely.
I'm saying Cal's 7-5 right now. They weren't.
They didn't need to fire Justin Wilcox, bro.
Well, he did have 48 and 55 over 9 seasons.
I get it.
Pretty bad.
I get it.
But no, it's a great hire. I'm really excited. Like I've always kind of had a soft spot for Cal football, but I'm excited. I think that's a great hire. I'm not even really sad that Oregon lost him. It's kind of like the thing where it's like, okay, go be great, go do your thing, take over a team. We'll probably see you at some point in non-conference play.
Yes,
so that's exciting. Then the other one, Will Stein, our OC, is going to Kentucky. Fun fact: he played quarterback at Louisville, so he's going to his arch rival to be the head coach. I think it's a great hire for Kentucky. But I do want to say real quick, Mark Stoops, who was fired, was Kentucky's winningest coach ever.
Yeah.
And he took them to a bowl game every year from 2016 to 2023. So it's kind of like the Gundy thing. I think he's very appreciated. I think Kentucky fans know it's time to move on. But from what I've seen from certain Kentucky fans online, they're happy he's gone, but they also appreciate what he's done. I respect that. It's not a malicious, like, oh, we hate you, we're finally free.
It's like, we wish you well.
It was time.
And we don't want any negative talk about you. Like, we appreciate you, what you did. And that's good.
Now it's time to move on.
And now it's time to move on.
2023, they made a bowl. The season after that, they went 5-7. Yes. They obviously had a bad year this year.
Completely understand.
But Will Stein, going to your arch rival, he played there not too long ago. He was the quarterback from, like, 2009 to 12. at Louisville.
It's a couple years.
So, I mean, again, great hire though.
Yeah.
I don't think the Oregon offense was as explosive as I thought it was going to be this year.
No, you had more of that firepower last year.
Yeah, but either way, he's a great offensive coordinator. I think he'll be a good head coach. Same deal we always talk about. Give him a couple years, get some guys in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Other ones that have happened, Coastal Carolina has finally fired Tim Beck. He went 20-18 over 3 seasons. Kind of a surprising fire considering they aren't terrible with what's been given to them. You know, the cards that have been dealt. The one that I don't know, I feel 50-50 on is Pat Fitzgerald going to Michigan State. He was at Northwestern during the scandal. That's what ended up getting him fired. And if I remember correctly, he wasn't directly involved with the hazing, but he didn't stop it, which is also a red flag.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, because again, all right, get it, you know, like, making the freshmen carry all your shit, drive you around. Those are forms of hazing. Those are okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, pay your dues. But
to some degree,
some real weird assault level.
No, we're drawing the line.
Yeah, like I've watched one of the interviews with one of the former players, and what that dude was describing is illegal. It was gross. It was SA.
No.
It was. Yeah. It was.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
no.
I don't know. Maybe I have my memory messed up because this was a couple years ago. Maybe I gotta look more into it. But if I remember correctly, again, he didn't stop it. Maybe he didn't know the extent of it to give him some benefit of the doubt because he's obviously getting hired at another Big Ten team.
But if you know or have an inkling,
honestly,
it's a problem.
Way, even if you didn't know, you should know.
You're the fucking coach.
You're the head coach.
Exactly.
You should know what's going on in your building, in your locker room, in your gym, everything.
I don't like that.
So I am not the biggest fan of it. Again, he was a good coach. Northwestern was on the turnaround, but
I don't like that.
I don't know. Michigan State, you go from Mel Tucker, who had his weird off the field shit with young girls at the school. Then you go to Jonathan Smith, who had one good year at Oregon State, and now you're going to Pat Fitzgerald, who has some other baggage with him.
No.
It's not good. It's not good for the Spartans. And they're also losing their top 2 offensive playmakers.
Oh yeah, Nick Marsh transfer portal.
And Makai Tucker or Frazier entered the portal too. So that's tough.
Want to talk about the main one that I'm so hyped about?
We're getting there.
Okay,
we're getting there because I got my thoughts on that one.
Yeah.
Did you see the Stanford hire?
Yes, I just saw
Commanders quarterback coach Tavita Pritchard.
I think Andrew Luck got his guy.
I think it's a cool hire.
I think Stanford in the next couple years will be good again.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I like that.
Good hire.
Wait, is the one you want to talk about Brian Hartline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you think I was fucking talking? Kiffin can kick rocks.
No, we're still gonna talk.
Dude, I was so pumped about this fucking hire.
It's a great hire.
We have talked about this at length in this podcast, how that man needs a fucking head coaching job.
And South Florida, who's on the climb, is still on the climb.
It's still on the climb.
That was a great move because their coach goes, you know, at the peak of their program right now because they got a big ass stadium being built. They have all these amenities being built.
South Florida's getting their own big ass stadium.
Oh yeah, because right now they're playing the Bucs.
That's right. Let's fucking go for South Florida,
they
bro.
Their own new, I think it's like a $30 million.
Dude,
stadium.
I love this hire.
So they are still on the climb, so it's really cool. It's a great hire.
I think, Jesus Christ, I love this hire because Cam and I love Brian Hartline. I think he is the glue at Ohio State, honestly. I don't think it's fucking Ryan Day. No. And I think, because I texted my Ohio State friend. He is not happy about this for good reason. I don't think all the recruits or the team's going to flip. I don't think Jeremiah Smith's going to leave. No. I think he has his reputation at Ohio State. Good for him.
It's still a great program.
But I think Brian Hartline, I'm not going to say they're going to become the new wide receiver U because I don't know how long he'll stay there either. I think I'm appreciative that he has gotten a head coaching job. I want to see what he does and then slowly move up because I think eventually he'll have a Big Ten fucking head coaching job, an SEC head coaching job.
I am pretty confident that Penn State called him.
And he said, fuck that shit, and I appreciate the hell out of that.
I would like to think, to make me just smile a little bit.
To make you have,
And he chose South Florida. But to your point, I think he was the glue, because this was only his first year as offensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. When he was the wide receiver coach, he was still pulling these recruits in. He was the one coaching
He's the one doing the coaching with the boys.
Of most of them. And also, to your point, Chris Henry...
Still undecided now.
He was a lock, and then this happens, and he posts a hat of USC, Oregon, and Ohio State next to each other.
Let's hopefully Oregon gets him, man. Come on now.
Moore was tweeting at him, saying, I need you by my side.
There you go. I would love that for Oregon.
Awesome. I would love it for Oregon because DeCorian Moore, best receiving
freshman of the year, man, right there
that we've ever got. But Chris Henry, day one starter. And
you add that with Dante if he doesn't leave.
It could be our little AJ Brown, DK Metcalf.
There you go. Yeah, man.
Awesome. So, I don't know.
But moving back to the South Florida, I love it. I'm going to be watching. I watched a lot. Cam and I both watched a lot of South Florida this year. I will be watching even more now next year. It sounds like I'm glazing Heartline, which I kind of am, but it's just it pumps me fucking up that he finally got a job now.
He's been a great piece for Ohio State and their natty run.
And now break off and do your own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now.
Yeah, and Ohio State, I want to also think they're probably happy for him.
Why would you not be, man?
Yeah.
I would actually. So I kind of take back what I said. I want one of the wide receivers to go with him. One of like the freshmen, I guess, like Quincy Porter or Miles Graham.
No way, Quincy Porter.
But I know they're probably not going to leave.
He's next up.
But like, if one of them goes, it would be cool. If they don't, I'm not going to fucking lose sleep over it.
Also, too, I mean, Heartline returning to Florida. I mean, most of his career was with Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
Since after, but he has to return to Florida. He probably is happy. Probably loves there.
I love this hire. I can't wait for next year.
It's great for him.
It's going to be awesome. So
but also speaking of Penn State,
is Byron Brown there again next year?
No, I think he's leaving.
No, he's leaving. Oh,
but Kalani Sitake also basically said no.
Fuck you to Penn State again. Yeah.
He also said no.
I like it that he's staying there too. I think everybody's flipping the double birdies to Penn State now.
Yeah, I mean the grass is not always greener.
And I'm so happy about it. And I just saw something. I literally am looking at it now. Penn State called DeBoer.
Well,
fucking kick rocks, bro.
They're gonna make their calls.
Why would you? That's you're downgrading. I'm not saying Alabama's the best. Like Nick Saban left Alabama's kind of come down from their mountain. Yeah. They're still good.
Also with NIL, it was all 100%. It was just the landscape of college football changed.
But why would you go there when you already have you're getting your boys in there now? And you're starting to make it your team. It's like, why would you go to Penn State? No, don't fucking leave.
They probably called Dan Lanning. They probably did. Next, next in their candidate list, it's looking like Brian Kelly, Hugh Freeze,
or their OC or DC that they have now. Jim Knowles would be one of them.
I don't know. Look at the UCLA interim OC. Maybe think about bringing him in.
Maybe an NFL head coach hire. I mean, you and I talked about Dayball maybe coming back. He was the OC or quarterbacks coach for Alabama when they won it a couple years ago.
Go there.
That would be cool. I like Dayball a lot, but I don't want him to go to Penn State. Penn State can fucking shove it, bro.
They have to do it fast.
Yeah.
Because this was early National Signing Day.
Absolutely.
There is still the official signing day, which I think is February 4th.
You got a month and a half now.
They got to do it fast.
You gotta move,
Either
Pookie.
that, or they're just gonna heavily rely on the portal. And again, players are still gonna play at Penn State.
Well, yeah,
it's still a big
the grassroots and everything.
Like what we just talked about. If you have a group of 5 guy and he's in the portal and he's like Penn State with no one signing,
I'll give you $5 million to come and play here. Yeah,
I'll sign. I'll play day one.
Yeah,
because you guys don't have people lined up behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're still gonna do it. They're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But last but not least, the biggest drama I would say of it. Lane Kiffin. I'm annoyed.
You can speak first.
Ole Miss fans deserve better. The players deserve better. I watched the whole entire Egg Bowl. I wasn't mad at his comments every time because, when they're going into halftime, the reporter stops him and talks to him. I wasn't mad at his comments of, I got to talk to God. I got a lot of things to figure out.
Dude, blow it up in your ass.
The thing I was annoyed about, too. No, I mean, because it is a big decision. And if you need to pray about it, pray about it.
Fair.
But the AD was super confident that he talked with Kiffin and they both decided that Kiffin will give him an answer the following day, right? So you do that. He didn't do it Saturday. He didn't do it Sunday. He waited till Monday morning after telling the athletic director, your boss, that you'll tell him the next day. He left everyone hanging. Fun thing that came out of it was one of the ESPN reporters basically lived in the locker room for the whole weekend. He was wearing the same suit every day.
Jesus.
And people were posting memes of free Marty, free Marty. And he was retweeting them. But either way, that was funny. That was one of the funny things that came out of it. But then when it happens, he comes storming out of the team meeting. And then it was boom, ultimatum. If you want to come with me, you have to be on the plane now. The plane's ready to Baton Rouge. Let's go. It was ultimatum. He was pissed. He was heated. And then at first, everyone's like, oh, he's mad because they said, no, you can't coach in the playoffs. And that's what he wanted to do. Because that's what he said. In his official statement, he said, I wanted to coach. The players wanted me to coach. And then guess what happens after that? Players start tweeting. Everyone in that room would agree that that's not what we wanted. So it seems like whatever happened in that room was bad. The players did not agree with what he was saying. They probably felt slighted. I mean, another thing I don't get he built Ole Miss. Ole Miss was not really relevant when he came in.
No, they sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't a relevant football program. He built it. I'm not going to say from the ground up because it's still an SEC team. It still has a lot of good recruiting ties.
He had the foundation.
He had the foundation, but he built it, has the best season in program history, has a college football playoff
and then fucks off.
And then leaves.
You're a douchebag.
For a program that's already been built, like, yes, the Natties are from kind of random head coaches, like Ed O. Like, if you look at the grand scheme of things of college coaches that have won a Natty, it's like, oh, that's weird. And then he leaves right away.
I get it.
So, he just wants a Natty, but he could have done that at Ole Miss. And he could have made a true legacy for himself.
See, this is why I lost a shit ton of respect for Lane Kiffin. Cam and I talked about this off the pod. I think he's a good coach, but I think he is a terrible human being. I think he's a fucking asshole.
I would say he's an asshole. I liked him his whole time at Ole Miss. I actually liked him.
I liked him there, but what he's doing now, you are a fucking asshole.
Because too, like, again, this is also might be a problem of college football with where this time frame is, this window. It's not good. It needs to change. But either way, like he was gonna leave.
I knew he was gonna leave.
What? And again, Ole Miss said they matched the contract. It wasn't a money thing.
No, everybody knows why you're going, but it's kind of stupid because it's like you have more money and it's more notoriety. It's like Ole Miss is in the SEC too.
They were also going to.
They're your neighbors.
They would have extended him.
Yeah.
To what LSU was offering.
And I get LSU's won kind of more natties, and I get all of that, and the legacy, Heisman, Joe Burrow, I get all of that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, recruiting, Louisiana,
I get
better
all
recruits.
that. I get the money and everything. I get why you're doing this. But now, I never agree with sports analysts and writers until fucking 2 days ago. Yeah. And I don't like Stephen A. Smith, but he's like, there's a common trend with LSU head coaches besides Brian Kelly in winning in 4 years. Ed Orgeron did it. Les Miles did it. And hell, Nick fucking Saban did it. It's like, if you don't do this, then they're gonna fire you. They're gonna can you. Yeah, you have 4 years, like, max.
I wouldn't feel bad if it doesn't succeed.
And this is another reason I don't feel bad. This is where I respect Lane Kiffin, because I think he is a good head coach. But you've had good head coaching jobs. Mm-hmm. You were an OC at fucking Alabama. Mm-hmm. You went to Tennessee. You went to USC. You went to the Raiders. You've been shit-canned, and you've been shit-canned everywhere. And USC is a powerhouse. Tennessee's a fucking powerhouse, too.
Someone said the best thing that he can do is leave.
Yeah.
He's good at leaving.
He's good at leaving.
Even FAU, his little stop before Ole Miss, left.
He left, and he made them good.
But that makes sense. Moving from FAU to Ole Miss, yeah, that makes sense. But this, especially after the last couple years, because, again, Ole Miss went 10-2 last year. This looks like a downgrade.
But also, to your point, another person was like, eventually you get to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
You have your Georgia, your Oregon, your Alabama, your all those powerhouses. It's like he had an opportunity to be Alabama's head coach, though, too.
Even that, but Ole Miss could have been that powerhouse.
Exactly.
Dude. They could have been the top of the mountain. And again, it was his own legacy.
My point, you're making your own thing, so it's like you're just going to LSU now to win a natty. You better fucking win one, bro.
No, yeah, and then see what I can see happening is he will win the natty.
I'm not gonna say he will. I won't.
Then it's all like, I don't know, because the more the things.
I hope Trinidad does not leave. I hope he stays at LSU.
Well, he has to put in a waiver.
I hope he fucking stays.
He has no more eligibility.
That's true.
Yeah, so I think he did submit a waiver, but. Kiffin's already doing the stupid Twitter and Instagram bullshit.
He's already being a fucking asshole.
Like, he posted a flag of the country Trinidad, which is because of Trinidad.
Yeah,
you don't post that flag if you're not from there.
No, I lost a shit ton of respect. I mean, I don't even know how to word this. Like, we all knew you were leaving. I knew. Yeah. Cam, you knew. But it's like, do it in the right way.
The way he did it, too.
And, like, I don't appreciate people trying to run him off the road. That's where I draw the line. That's bad.
No, that's bad.
That's garbage.
It was kind of funny how they were calling him a hoe. Because he got in that reporter's face for calling him a hoe. So that was kind of funny. Because, dude, he's kind of a douche. He left his dog. But apparently that's not even his dog. He uses it for attention. Juice Kiffin. It's literally named Juice Kiffin. It's on the sideline. It's on pregame pictures. But apparently that's not even his dog. That's what I'm hearing.
I don't like that.
But again, even if it was his dog, even worse that you left your dog.
I kind of want to see him fail.
Yeah.
Just out of, like, spite and a vendetta. when Alabama plays LSU, I'm going to pick Alabama, and I hope they steamroll and dog walk them to the fucking moon and back.
Yeah.
Again, we talked about it for the past 10 minutes. It pisses me off how you did it, and I think you're an asshole. And
it does seem, though, that the players do really gravitate around Pete Golding. They seem very happy. He was just speaking at an Ole Miss basketball game.
If they could somehow win it all, that would be the biggest FU.
That would be awesome. Or at least just, like, perform well.
Play your heart out, man. Yeah. You got something to play for now.
I think the players will, because, like, I mean, Pete Golding is his first head coaching job. But they kept their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He's gonna coach. Even if he ends up leaving, he's gonna coach through the playoffs.
Okay.
So that's good. Because, like, I don't know. I find it hard to believe that... I feel like Kiffin purposefully sabotaged.
He did.
To where he wouldn't coach the playoffs, you know?
He's doing it on purpose.
I think that's his little, like, oh, no, they won't let me. I think he did some shit in that meeting.
He didn't want to coach.
Yeah, I think he did some shit in that meeting because also a private jet ready for Baton Rouge, that was probably set up. Because one thing I know about private jets is you have to have, like, a full crew ready to go, mapped out charter.
On standby.
Yeah, on standby. Ready to go.
Yeah. You
don't just like call him up, hey dude, get on the plane, we're leaving. No, that shit was all set up, dude. It was all for show. He's just a dramatic guy.
You just love the antics and shit. I mean, I could have stayed having my respect for him if he waited till the end of college playoffs.
But see that you can't with the window. That's what sucks.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
That's what I'm saying. The window is a big part of why this sucks. But another thing is it seemed like he was just like
he's checked out.
He was checked out. He was kind of dragging it along. It seemed like he was decided.
He's like, oh, I guess I'm just here.
Just be honest.
Bro, it's upsetting.
And then if he was honest and Ole Miss decided to boot him from coaching the Egg Bowl, more people would have been on your side.
Probably.
Like, oh, man, that sucks.
I don't think anybody's on your side now.
No. LSU fans probably are.
Fuck you.
But did you see one of the funny flips?
Yes.
The 4-star receiver?
Yes.
So he flipped from LSU to Ole Miss.
Fuck yeah.
But I heard... it's because right when Kiffin got there, he pulled that guy's scholarship.
Why are you being like that? You fucking asshole,
and then he
bro.
offered 3 other receivers that were ranked above him.
You are a piece of shit in my mind.
That's what Deion did when he got to Colorado. He just cleaned house.
Yeah.
But again, it's a 4-star receiver.
I mean, I do know that the number 1 ranked recruit, Lamar Brown, is currently committed to LSU. Dude, flip. Go somewhere else. I mean, I get you're from Louisiana. I respect the hell out of it if you stay, but it would be hilarious if you went somewhere else. I don't even care where you go.
All I know is I'll be excited for the matchup next year with Ole Miss because they play each other.
Oh, I hope Ole Miss fucking gets
Ole Miss wins. I mean, fuck it. Austin Simmons, get better somehow.
Yeah, get better, bro.
During the offseason, be good.
Get better, son. Get in the transfer portal.
We could probably talk about that a lot.
I don't want to talk in circles, though.
But... I mean, it sucks. It sucks for Ole Miss fans.
I hope I hope they can retain some of the talent and like the power that they have, I guess, and like be good still.
Last thing I'll say.
Go ahead.
That also now thinking about it makes me respect him even less. Is why was he on an interview talking about how Oxford saved his life from alcoholism?
Fuck you, bro.
He credits the town for that and then just leaves. And apparently, also, again, all these receipts are coming out now, so take it with a grain of salt that people are mad at him. But he is being weird in a bunch of girls' DMs.
Yeah, I had
and
a
meeting up with a bunch of Ole Miss girls.
Show me
so
that.
he fits right in LSU because that's what Ed O was doing.
Fucking weirdo. You'll get fired.
You're single. Do you. I mean, actually, as long as they're not part of the staff.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
Even weirder.
I mean...
even fucking weirder.
You're single, do you, but 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds...
There's levels to this shit.
Yeah, be better, maybe.
Yeah.
Be better. All right, we'll move on. That was a good conversation, though. I did like that.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to talk about something you're going to hate even more.
Go ahead.
This is coming from me as an unbiased perspective. I am going to argue to you as why Texas has a playoff argument.
Oh, fuck you.
So, Texas... has beat Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma, all teams that are currently ranked. And the reason I say that, I don't give a shit if a team was ranked 10th in week 5. Those rankings don't matter to me. Teams that finish the season ranked, if you have beaten them, that's a ranked win. That's a ranked win. All right, so they beat all 3 of those teams. Their 2 losses are to, they have 3 losses. 2 of them are to current top 25 teams, Georgia and Ohio State. Those are pretty good teams. They have a loss to Florida. But does this matter? The reason, and I don't necessarily agree with this, that I say, is because if Bama isn't held back by their loss to Florida State, who themselves lost to Florida, Texas shouldn't be. Also, Texas beat Oklahoma, who beat Alabama. So Texas has just as good of an argument to get into the playoffs as other teams. Like, if anything, they might have a better argument than Miami. Their only win is against a current top 25 team. Against one is Notre Dame. That's their head-to-head win. That's why they should be over Notre Dame. Notre Dame should be out. Miami or Texas should be in. But Miami lost to Louisville and SMU. That's bad. Those are bad losses. I would argue those losses are worse than Texas's losses. So, if anything, Notre Dame, I would say, out. I don't know why they're still over Miami, because Notre Dame only has one win versus a current top 25 team. That's USC. All right? Again, Texas has wins over Oklahoma, top 10 team. Texas A&M, top 10 team. And Notre Dame's losses are to Miami and Texas A&M, which are good losses. So that's why I would kind of bump them back a little bit, though. You know, because I don't want to get in talking about too much about losses. Texas has the better wins.
So my opinions about this, I completely hear you. I agree with you to some extent, because I'll bring it back to last year with Alabama. I get the losses. Probably you can talk back and forth in a rabbit hole and be like, well, this loss and that, but I do not think that they deserve to get in. I think there's better choices. When, like, if BYU were to lose against Texas Tech, I still think they deserve to be in. At one loss, and you can have two to the same fucking team.
They will have two to the same team.
I don't care. There's better teams. Again, that's up in the air. You never know. They deserve it more. If Alabama loses this weekend in the conference championship, there's talks about kicking them out. But circling back to Texas, I don't think that they should be in. I see your point with certain teams, but also they had a Mickey Mouse schedule kind of a little bit. You played San Jose State, UTEP, Sam Houston, Kentucky, Mississippi State isn't a bad team. But I get what you're saying. I respect it. It only makes me get pissed off at Texas A&M more that they couldn't just fucking close the shop up and just. But
Texas is one of only 3 teams that have 3 current.
So here's my thing too. If again, I'll use my own team. If Alabama were to lose and Texas were to get in, I'd be so fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
And then that is the, and this isn't me being biased. That's not what you need.
No, see, and that would be bad, because
and I could see them doing that because. The voters love Texas, though. They absolutely love them.
See, that shouldn't happen, though, because last year they said they're not going to penalize teams for playing in their conference championship.
And they shouldn't.
No, but BYU being a bubble team, it's not technically a punishment, because there's still a chance right now they don't make it in.
See, that's what, and again, I don't like BYU for other reasons, but as a football team, I'll say the football team as a whole, they deserve to be in whether they win or lose, because that team they're 11-1, right?
Yeah.
Why would you not be?
So they have 2 wins against current top 25 teams, but it's Arizona and Utah. Those are on the back end of the top 25.
Fair.
So, I mean, because I don't love the idea of Miami or Notre Dame.
No, I don't want any of those in there,
but
actually.
You have to replace them with someone, and that would be BYU and Texas.
God fucking damn it.
Notre Dame is more likely than not staying in.
Probably.
They're already ranked 10th. It would have to take something crazy, like maybe BYU winning and then going, and maybe Bama losing. So then that opens the door. So then Bama drops back a couple spots to that 11th spot. BYU jumps forward, and then Texas or Miami get in.
I'm curious how Sunday will be for all of that, because that's when it drops, right? Tuesday. But circling back to that, I do not agree with it. That doesn't mean I don't think Texas is a good football team, but just the argument as a whole, no.
Argument, that's the argument, though. Yeah. That's the argument they're going to argue, because it's the same shit for every other team. Like for Alabama, like they're not blaming the Florida State loss, you know? They're not holding that against them. They didn't hold it against Notre Dame last year with NIU losing early.
I mean,
season.
I get that, but if I'm being unbiased, that Florida State loss looks fucking terrible.
Yeah,
it looks absolutely terrible.
But no one's going to talk about it.
Well, they should.
They should. Absolutely. Losses, no matter when they happen, should matter.
And I think them being ranked number 9 right now is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, number 9 is good.
If they beat Georgia this week, which we can talk about that later, I think it doesn't catapult them, but it brings them maybe to 7. I don't know. It kind of just depends on what the committee wants to do, or they could just stay right where they fucking are.
Just because Oklahoma has the head-to-head, and Oklahoma and Bama both have 2 wins against current ranked teams, so it might stay.
Well, they give it to Oklahoma. I mean, I don't think Georgia should. No, kick them. They shouldn't have a first-round bye. Give it to somebody else.
Tech would probably get that.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Tech already has a first-round bye.
Yeah, and they would keep it.
Oregon.
Yeah, I don't want Oregon to have first-round bye.
Oh, you scared.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that's the argument for Texas.
It's fair.
that's the argument in their favor. Obviously, the main argument against Texas is that loss to Florida.
Yeah.
But the reason I think that's not a valid argument is because of how the committee's already moving.
I get it.
You know, like, they're not penalizing teams for these losses.
And you shouldn't. And again, I'll be a little bit biased because I don't want, if they lose, which I don't think they will, and we can talk about that later. I think they should hold true to what they did last year because you gave everybody the fucking.
I don't think last year was perfect.
I don't either, but I think it.
They can change year to year, but
Yeah.
as long as they're consistent across every team.
They're not, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's the only way they can change.
And
like,
even being Alabama, they love Alabama. They love their Ohio States. They love their Texas and Georgia.
The one thing they absolutely cannot do is penalize a team for playing a conference championship. Because then why the fuck would you want to play in a conference championship?
Yeah, I would lose. Yeah. I would lose one SEC game.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
Be 11-1. Fuck yeah.
They absolutely can't do that. But again, let's say Bama loses. Mm-hmm. I think they're still in.
I hope so.
Based off last year. BYU, though, I don't. BYU, I think they lose, they're out. You know?
I'm going to be so angry if Texas wins or gets in.
And then, too, I don't think Miami gets in. I think they're more inclined to give it to a 11-2 Virginia.
I would love that.
But there's already talk that no ACC team makes it. Because I think they did go away with the automatic bid for... It's the top four. The top four automatic bids for
Tulane would, if they made it, I don't... Sure. JMU, that's fine, too.
I'd rather see North Texas. But that's neither here nor there.
I would, too. Yeah. I'd rather see North Texas.
That's honestly just the annoying argument that I can see holding up.
I get it, man. You know? I get it.
But that, I mean, again, a lot's probably going to change, so I don't want to get too in the weeds on the playoffs.
For sure.
Because let's try to have a little bit of optimism.
Yeah, man, they could make it perfect, and you and I could both love it, but I can guarantee that's probably not going to happen, but, let's give the 25% of it could.
Yeah, it might. Who knows? Another thing, real quick, I forgot about this earlier. Do you want to know some teams who were undefeated at home in 2025?
Yeah.
Ohio State and Indiana, obviously.
Yep.
JMU, Texas Tech. Ohio, Toledo, Texas, Ole Miss, USC, South Florida, BYU, New Mexico, Tulane, Kennesaw State, Vanderbilt, Old Dominion, UConn, and Navy.
Nice.
That's some pretty cool teams that went undefeated.
Absolutely.
And shit, is that even more in the favor of Texas?
Shut the fuck up.
All right, we're moving on.
Shut the fuck up.
So the conference championship games this weekend.
Yep.
And we're gonna give our picks on every single one.
Yep.
Because why not? Sun Belt. Troy 8-4. Sun Belt still does divisions. I would have much rather seen a 9-3 Old Dominion in this game, but they're playing James Madison, who's 11-1, and this is by far the biggest spread of the weekend of minus 23.5. Might be 22.5 now. I'm taking James Madison.
Yeah, I am too. Taking JMU, baby.
Like I said, I would rather. But we talked about this last week, remember? About we both were taking Southern Miss, but I said don't be surprised if a pesky Trojan team.
And they did it.
They did it. I wish they didn't, because I also would have rather seen Southern Miss. Either way, this would have been a somewhat easy game for James Madison.
Yeah.
So they're probably locked into that group.
I think they'll just. I really do think it's just an easy win for
Troy
JMU.
has not been exciting this year.
Yeah, and
I mean they had some cool wins, like they had like a 51-49 win against Texas State, who has an explosive offense, but I don't know, man. It's unfortunate. Got to get rid of divisions.
Yep.
Every other conference has.
They should.
So you might as well too.
I agree.
So that's the first game on Friday, and then we have Conference USA, Kennesaw State versus Jacksonville State. I would like to point out that Jacksonville State won this first matchup, also at home, 35-26.
I'm rocking with Jack State.
Yeah.
It's very hard. So, again,
it's a tough one.
Kim, I'll speak for myself. This specific conference championship, I got other people's opinions. I was watching other podcasts, or listening, I should say, and watching other videos. And I was trying to lock in a little bit more. And although I appreciate Kennesaw State being really good, and I get that it's hard to beat the same team twice, but I do think Jacksonville State's defense is better. You
didn't watch the last game then. Jacksonville State's defense was rough.
I don't know. I think that if they can contain their quarterback, I think they got it. But I'm picking Jacksonville State. I really don't care who wins. If I'm talking with pick'ems, I want Jacksonville State, but I don't overall. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to rope this. Jacksonville State all the way, but
the only thing I'm rebuttaling you on is I think Kansas State has a better defense.
There you go.
That's the only thing I'm rebuttaling you on. But they did let up 42 to Liberty, which is pretty rough.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I'm also going to take Jacksonville State. I mean, they are undefeated at home. This also is a home game. They don't play at a neutral site. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to take Jacksonville State in this one. I want Kansas State to win, though, if I'm being honest with you. Mm-hmm. That's one I'd rather have.
Absolutely.
But I think that'll be a fun game.
It will.
People should tune in.
6 p.m. Friday.
I mean, Conference State. It's fun. Another fun one is the American Conference. It's North Texas versus Tulane.
This one was kind of hard for me.
Should be high scoring. I'm rolling with North Texas.
I am
They're
too.
only 2.5 point favorites.
Rocking with North Texas. I've rocked with them all this whole year.
It should be a high scoring game. And since I said that, watch is probably not. But no, it will. I mean, come on. The North Texas offense is crazy. Tulane is going to have to play keep up.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it'll be close. But I just think North Texas will have more of the haymaker punches.
I agree.
So
I agree.
That's why I'm rocking with that one. Mountain West Conference.
Same shit last year.
Yeah. And this is low-key becoming a little bit of a rivalry, even though fucking UNLV can never beat them. They get close, except for this year. First matchup was 56.
Dude, I'm rocking with Boise State.
I am too, unfortunately. They just had a scare at Utah State, winning by 1 point. But Maddox Madsen was out for a while. He's coming back.
Got your quarterback back.
I think it's a home game, too, on the Smurf turf. Actually, no, it's not. It's at Allegiant Stadium. It's technically a whole game for UNLV.
No, it's at Boise State.
Is that the Smurf turf?
It's at Smurf turf.
They should play it at Allegiant.
Albertson
I
Stadium.
don't know why they don't play it at Allegiant.
That would be cool.
But either way, fine. It's a home game for Boise State. I'm taking Boise State. I'd rather UNLV win. Dan Mullen.
So would I. But again, Boise State history repeats itself. They'll probably win. If they don't, okay, cool. But yeah, Boise State all the way.
BYU Texas Tech for the Big 12
I
championship.
picked BYU last game. I'm not doing that again. I'm picking Texas Tech. I think Texas they have like the number one run defense, and that's what held Bear Bachmeier.
I mean, 29-7 first match.
Yeah.
The offense didn't need to be explosive.
And the Texas Tech defense is suffocating.
Yeah.
And I'm rocking with them all the way.
I would love BYU to win.
Yeah, man.
Texas Tech will still be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I would love BYU to win. It's at AT&T Stadium. Right? It's at the Cowboys Stadium.
Woo!
So that's cool. But yeah, I'm taking Texas Tech in that one.
Yeah, me too.
The MAC, Miami, Ohio, Western Michigan. I'm taking Western Michigan.
I am too.
Even though Miami, Ohio won their first matchup 26-17.
I took them because Western Michigan don't they have a better defense?
Yeah.
That was something that really swayed me to pick Western Michigan.
Miami, Ohio has been weirdly good with their quarterback.
I know.
Just came up and started playing.
Yeah, I was talking to you about that. I almost picked them, but I'm going to Western Michigan all the way.
Western Michigan head coach just won Coach of the Year for the MAC.
Yeah,
so
that's good. Awesome, man.
And Miami, Ohio, I believe this is their head coach's first year there. So I'm gonna go with Western Michigan.
Absolutely.
All right, they haven't been to the MAC championship in a while. It's in Detroit. It's at Ford Field.
The Stallions.
So I'm excited for the Broncos. I'm excited for them to win. I think they'll win.
Yeah,
I think they'll take them to the MAC.
Me too, man.
But I don't know because Miami, Ohio did go to the conference championship last year.
Well, they lost,
but they still went.
I get it.
But I'm Western Michigan.
Western Michigan all the way.
SEC championship.
The one fucking two teams one team I didn't want to see in there again.
Alabama won the first time, 24-21. Georgia is the 2.5 point favorite.
They always are.
They seem to be.
They always are. It's like Duke this year. They're always gonna give it to them.
I mean, okay, I will say I've been underwhelmed by Georgia most of the year, but I gotta give them credit. They do have 3 wins against current ranked teams. They're still a good team, and this game is only in their favor, I'd say, because it's neutral. We
played the same game 2 years ago and we won.
Yeah,
I'm rocking with Bama.
See, I am also picking Bama, but I'm also gonna throw out there it's the same thing to me as the Ohio State Michigan game. The other team's gonna get a win eventually.
I already did it.
I'd rather them not get the win in this game.
See, I like that argument, but I also don't because I think the game, specifically Michigan and Ohio State, a little bit different than Georgia and Alabama. Kirby Smart is 1-6. I get it. I've talked about this. Cam said it. I know it's the natty. I get all that. Appreciate that. Was happy for him. Sad that the Alabama lost, but this is where I get annoyed because everybody's always so high on Georgia and Texas all the time. And any time, I'm not speaking for Texas, I'm speaking for this specific game, they always pick Georgia to win. I've seen it the past 5 years, even being a casual fan. They always pick Georgia. And it's a little bit upsetting because we continue to win. And I get, Cam, that your argument, it's a wonderful argument that they're going to get theirs eventually. But until they do, I was listening to somebody... Kirby Smart, when he plays Alabama, he always goes back. He gets very conservative, and he kind of gets a little bit scared when coaching. As when good on DeBoer, he gets more aggressive. Yeah. And Saban did the same thing. They get more fucking aggressive.
And
exactly.
Sometimes it shoots you in the foot,
but Kirby gets very scared when playing Alabama, and I mean the
first matchup was closer.
It was. We only won by a touchdown. I get that. Three. Okay. But that's. Alabama's defense has stepped up tremendously. I think their offense has kind of taken a step back. That's the only thing that worries me. Ty Simpson's been kind of playing a little wonky.
I mean, with Georgia's offense right now, though, I mean, Gunnar Stockton still is a running threat. He's still a good running quarterback. Zachary Branch is successful when they drop the right plays for him.
A gadget player.
Noah Thomas, I'm surprised they don't use as much as they do. He was a transfer from A&M. He's like 6'5" receiver.
Yeah, but another thing that I also persuaded me to pick Alabama, Georgia has 3 freshman O-line. They just lost their center.
Yeah, and I mean, Georgia struggled against bad teams this year. They struggled against Kentucky. They struggled.
So, it only again, I'm not dick riding my team. I'm just giving facts behind this. So, I'm rocking with Alabama, but let's move on to the...
I'm also picking Alabama, but...
This is the game that I'm excited with. Not the Alabama game, the Big Ten Championship. I am, but I'm also like... I get really sick and tired of this game sometimes because it's kind of overhyped.
Saturated matchup.
It really is, and I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not hyped for it because I am. I always like it when Alabama plays Georgia, but it's like you nailed it right on the head. It's oversaturated. It can be a little bit too much sometimes.
That's fair.
So, but this is the game that I'm really excited about, and me personally, it was the hardest fucking game for me to pick. The hardest game, and it's the most expensive too. It's $650 for an average ticket.
Honestly, though, that makes sense. It's 12-0 versus 12-0. It's number 1 versus number 2. It's a really exciting matchup. Mm-hmm. I'm taking Indiana.
Are you?
Yeah.
Indiana.
I'm taking Indiana.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Ohio State is a great team. It is no easy feat for Indiana to win this game. Mm. But personally, Ohio State doesn't give a shit, I don't think, about the conference championship. They haven't won it since 2020. They want natties. I'm not going to say they're going to overlook this game by any means, but I think this is Indiana's Super Bowl in the last couple years. Last 10 years, maybe. So I think they're going in with a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to smack Ohio State in the mouth as early as possible and keep that going, keep their foot on the gas.
So I love the points that you just make, and those were the exact points that I almost picked. Ohio State. One of the main points that you didn't talk about is Indiana's strength of schedule was harder than Alabama's actually, or Ohio State's.
Yeah, and that's a good point. The strength of schedules are so...
I know, they're
subjective.
They're subjective with conferences and everything.
So many different places report different things.
So the other thing too with my argument, I'm rocking with Ohio State. I want Indiana to win,
mm-hmm. I do too.
But I'll as a pick'em, Ohio State all the way. But Indiana, go Hoosiers! Woo!
No, that's fair. One thing though with the strength schedule thing is they've played very similar teams, even if Indiana's a little harder. Indiana is winning 50, 60.
Yes.
Ohio State isn't, and I don't want to hear the argument of people saying, "Oh, Ohio State doesn't try." Yes, they do.
They try.
If you're on the field, even with your backups, like Indiana is, you're still playing football.
They
And if you only score 28 points against Washington, you won.
And you make a great point about Indiana and like not taking their foot off the gas pedal. Like they fucking steamroll teams.
Saban, dude, he's mad when he's up 50.
He's pissed that they're not doing well still. It's little mistakes. Another reason why I'm picking Ohio State is I just think the level of talent is just a little bit better. I think there's more weapons. And again, love Elijah Sherratt. They got a two-headed monster.
100%. But Omar Cooper is really good.
But I'm saying the running backs at Indiana are great. They got a two-headed monster back there. That's great. But I just think firepower-wise with a running back, wide receiver, tight end, Ohio State is just better just because, again, it's Ohio State. Mm-hmm. They got the history behind it. Indiana's getting there. In 2 years, man, they've got there already. But
this is, though, the Heisman. This will decide the Heisman.
Oh, yeah. It's one of these two quarterbacks.
Unless they both go off and have an insane stat line, then it's still probably Fernando's.
Hope so.
But Fernando, for some reason, plays bad. It's Saints.
Yeah, it's Saints.
But one of the main head-to-heads of recent weeks is they both played UCLA. Indiana beat them 56-6. Ohio State beat them 48-10. Still close in terms of score differential and everything, but you know.
And I do think another reason why I picked Ohio State, they got the number one fucking defense.
Yeah,
they suffocate people.
But see, Indiana doesn't have a bad defense either.
I know. I'm not giving this isn't any disrespect to Indiana. I'm just saying why I chose Ohio State. These are the talking points, the bulletin points of why I picked Ohio State. Again, go Indiana. I want them to win. I'm rooting for them, but again, pick them, Ohio State. Let's move on. Let's talk about the ACC championships. That's kind of underwhelming as fuck.
I mean, 7-5 Duke. They already played earlier this year. Virginia won 34-17.
I'm gonna pick Virginia again.
Duke gets in due to a 5-way tiebreaker.
That's insane.
Because SMU lost. SMU would have been in.
No.
Yeah. I would have rather seen SMU in.
So would I.
They would have been 9-3. They're a little bit more exciting.
A 7-5 team making it to a conference championship is
Without divisions, yeah.
It's bullshit.
Without divisions, it's
bullshit.
They did a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes, looking at like point differential.
I don't give a fuck.
All that stuff, head to head, similar opponents and outcomes. So Duke gets in over 10-2 Miami because Miami decided to lose to two not great ACC teams. So
I got nothing to talk about with that, but
I mean, go Virginia. This is your chance
go Virginia.
To outright win.
Go Tony Elliott.
Outright win your conference for the first time ever.
This win will help you, hopefully catapult you into the the playoffs. Hopefully,
they're gonna try so hard to keep ACC out.
Yeah, they don't want any ACC teams in. That's frustrating. But yeah, go Virginia Cavaliers. Woo!
And just real quick, because as Kale and I just gave our picks, we've been tracking them every week, every single game, and as it stands, I'm sitting at a 79.6 rate. Kale's at a 73.5. And some of the other people we track, we got a 77.1, 78.2, 77.2, and 76.3.
So we're not doing too bad.
No, not bad at all. Some of the other things we track, like ESPN, they do a matchup predictor every week, so I track those. Another computer-based website I track, and then a couple analysts, I would say. They write articles on games, do their pick-ems, a YouTuber, and then another account that we follow. Track him as well. He's at 71.1. So, yeah, pretty good standing.
And again, Cam tracks us, but we also post this on our Instagram. We do covers, we do spread, like we do all that. Cam is
we post them after the fact.
Yes, but again, tune into those because we update you guys every week, and like we're doing pretty good. So we know we're talking about a little bit.
They're better off just listening.
Listen to the shit too.
If they listen, they'll get more picks.
Just tell your friends.
Yeah, because I don't post any picks on Instagram.
That's true. You just post the end results. That's right.
Do.
I'm sorry, I gave a little bit of the wrong information.
Who knows? Next year, maybe we will.
We will. But is that it?
I think that's all.
Again, longer episode, but we had a shit ton to talk about. We hope you all tune into this weekend. There's a lot of exciting games. Again, Cam, there's a lot of fun news, some good, some bad. You can take it however you want, but please watch these games. Watch the Sun Belt, watch the American. Again,
every single one's exciting, even though we kind of shit on Duke. I mean, if they end up winning, good.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, we got to watch all of them.
We got to watch all of them. But yeah, that's it. This is the college episode 23. We hope y'all really enjoyed it. We put a lot of time and effort into this specific episode, as we do all of them, but this one in particular. But yeah, that's us. That's us from Saturdays to Sunday. We hope y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see y'all very soon.